Welcome to the American Warrior Festival podcast, a celebration of our troops, veterans, and American way of life. I'm your host, Dan Clor. Hey, American Warrior Festival family. This is episode 7 of the American Warrior Festival podcast. And today's episode is called Sound, Mind, and Body. A sound mind and body, a phrase often heard. This alliance is paramount to live in a healthy and productive life. In order to reach our ultimate health, we must explore the things that we do that are not always healthy for us. We must pursue health in mind, body, and spirit. As veterans, we often face extreme conditions and situations that alter the mind and body. Emotional and physical scars that can last a lifetime. Recalibrating and righting the ship is a daily journey filled with challenges and obstacles to overcome. Getting your mind right is number one. Meditation, writing in a journal, spiritual exploration, and counseling are a few activities that nurture a healthy mind. I've always found the following Bruce Lee philosophy to be very spiritually and mentally enlightening. Bruce Lee said, "The mind is a fertile garden. It will grow anything you wish to plant. Beautiful flowers or weeds." And it is with successful, healthy thoughts or negative ones that will, like weeds, strangle and crowd the others. Do not allow negative thoughts to enter your mind, for they are the weeds that strangle confidence. Now the body, our temple. It's no mystery that veterans are in a high-risk category when it comes to injuries. Shrapnel and gunshot wounds, lost limbs, head and brain injuries, tinnitus and hearing loss, typically from exposure to noise, sprains and strains, and limited range of motion, especially in hips, lower back, ankles, and knees. These are but a few severe injuries that veterans often suffer. Physical rehabilitation is a way of life for our nation's warriors. Along with getting our veterans' minds in a better place, we must also focus on their physical health and well-being. We must encourage our veterans to exercise regularly. We must address each veteran's specific injuries and build programs that serve each veteran's needs. Too often, veterans rely on prescription medications when in many cases exercise and the releasing of endorphins can achieve the same or better results in a much healthier manner. Exercise and improving the body is also a great way to build confidence and pride in oneself. An organization that focuses on building up veterans with a complete mind, body, and soul experience is Elevate Our Veterans out of San Antonio, Texas. With a veteran-friendly group atmosphere, this organization provides group counseling, workout sessions, and more to enhance a veteran's total health. Please stay tuned for their story as told by EOV co-founder and Navy veteran Bert Taylor. The American Warrior Festival podcast brought to you by the Red Osier Landmark Restaurant, Western New York's premier dining experience, known for its amazing prime rib and dedication to the veteran community. Visit them online at theredosier.com. Up next, we have Diesel with Devotion.
Bring that shit!
Please welcome Navy veteran Bert Taylor and his organization, Elevate Our Veterans. Now, Elevate Our Veterans is best described as 20% fitness and 80% mental. EOV provides our nation's military members and vets with fun, safe, HIIT workouts and group counseling sessions. Hey, Bert, how's it going, brother? Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me, man. It's a pleasure. I really appreciate the love and support that you're giving us here, man. We got something really going on here in San Antonio that I think everybody needs to hear about.
Awesome. Oh, pleasure's all ours, Bert. We had a great time with you guys down there in San Antonio in 2019 at the American Warrior Show, and also I remember hanging out a little bit at the cigar lounge there at Redland. So yeah, it was a really good time finding out about you guys and meeting you and seeing what you guys are doing for our veteran family.
Oh, definitely. We enjoyed it, man. We kicked back. We watched some football. We had a couple. We had a cigar here and there, but it was great seeing that. Just being connected with a great organization like you all, and just being new to all this, and you all welcoming us with all the support and love and. Just understanding that, we all have to, one team, one fight. And that's what I loved about it. That's what I loved going down and being a part of this. We're taking care of each other. And it's great.
That's what we do. You just hit the nail on the head, man. We're in this together. One big family. There's so many organizations that we have that do different things for our veteran community. I mean, everything from like you guys with fitness and, just the sessions of getting the veterans the mental side of things taken care of as well. Scuba diving and nature and outdoor events. Music, live music with us, and so many different veteran organizations getting into the fight to help our family. So it's exciting.
Yes, it is. It is exciting, and it's just it's worthwhile. I feel that if you're not if you're put on this earth to help people, and if you're not trying to help anybody become better, then I believe you're wasting your time.
I agree. I mean, I couldn't say it any better. I mean, I pretty much look at the philosophy is we like to have fun and help people.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you can do those two things, I mean, really, what else is there, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
just...
I mean, it always comes back full circle, man. So it just like, it's paying it forward. We served our country. Why not serve our brothers and sisters? You know what I mean? Serve the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah.
And Bert, how cool is it to be able to still continue the camaraderie with all of us, like ongoing for the rest of the,
me being, a father and teaching my daughter, this is what it's about. Understanding that community, togetherness, love, compassion. This is what the world is about, and being able to be around my brothers and sisters that prior military or in the service now, just being able to have these conversations and joke around and talk about the good old days, and then being able to help the new people, especially the stuff that we didn't know and we didn't have the opportunity because that information wasn't given to us. So being able to teach the new kids and be like, hey, let's walk through this recruiting process. Let's take this ASVAB. Let's choose the branch that's best suited for you to be successful. Not the commercials, not whatever case may be. Let's pick something that you can have a career in. And that's what's more fulfilling for me, is because I learned through my mistakes, and now I get the opportunity to help other kids, other young men and women, to gain that knowledge and have a better career than I am. And that's all I am about. I want people to become better than what they are and better than me. And that's what I tell my daughter. I want you to be better than me, So it's fulfilling. Yes.
That's really the mission, right? To improve it with each generation, not only with our own families, but teaching these kids, the youth that is getting ready to join and go into the delayed entry program, being able to get a hold of them and work with them and educate them more about what to expect. So when they touch down at boot camp, they're already, light years ahead of where we were, like trying to get them better prepared is very worthwhile. And I think it's just going to create a greater force for our military overall.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And it just needs to be, and that's why we do this. This is, me and you. This is, Dan, this is why we do this. This is why we're sitting down and we're talking and, we're making things happen. We're not just talking about it. We got actions. We got a facility, and we want to make sure that we're putting the best of the best out there. And the people need to know everything they need to know. If we can't find the answer, then, hey, there's other programs out there that will have the answer. And that's what's great about this.
Right. Exactly. And that's where we need to really utilize all of our organizations and consider it all, one big partnership across the country where, hey, we don't have an answer for this. Like, which organization can really help with this? Who specializes in this? And then reach out to them and just create that network. I think it's really vital. And I would like to see that kind of happen more as we go. And I think it's heading in that direction. We just need to create the communication and all network like we do, and just continue to do what we have been doing and keep sharpening it up as we go. So,
yes, sir.
Why don't we let's tell the people a little bit about your military service, Bert? Your background, how you got started.
Wow. Well, it's not pretty. I'm a kid from Southern California, Victorville, California, to be exact.
Wait, really? Hang on real quick. Don, we got another SoCal guy right here.
Yeah, man. Southern California, man.
Representing for SoCal. What's going on?
Yeah. So, just, the 760, man. My family's out there. Small, big town kind of thing. That's why I enjoy San Antonio. But I don't know, man. I tell you, young kid, knucklehead kid, Southern California, think he knew it all, and burned all his bridges until my Uncle Kevin and my Auntie Toy sat me down, got real with me, man. They were just like, "Hey, this is your last shot. It's either you act right or it's the street." So, um, one day my uncle came up to me and he's like, "Hey, man, you're a great kid. You got a lot of potential, but you lack discipline. And I think the military is where you need to be at." And I didn't argue. I was kind of like, you know what? Let's do it because I've given everything else a try and I messed it up. So let's go ahead and do this, man. So I went into a first time I went in, it was just a Navy recruiter, and I asked to be in the reserves, and he did his Jedi mind, skills like Obi-Wan, and he was like, "You don't want to go reserves, you want to go active," and I was like, "I don't want to go reserves, I want to go active," and he was like, "Sign here," and I was like, "Sign here," and he's like, "Let's take a test," and I took my first test to ASVAB, and I wasn't really a good student, I could tell you that. I didn't pass my first time. I think I needed a 35. And I can't tell you what I got, but I know I didn't pass. And he was like, "It's okay, we'll work it out." And I went to MEPS in San Diego. I got a waiver on my knee because I hurt my knee in football. And I passed that test, man. I thought passing that test was like the greatest thing ever. Like I was so like just, oh my God, like I passed, and that was a huge step for me because it's built the foundation that I have today. And that moment told me that I wasn't stupid and I wasn't, a loser. That told me that I can apply my mind to something and execute. And that was the first step. It told me that I can do anything I put my mind to. And after that, it was just, my first duty station was, I went to Great Lakes, did the whole boot thing. I thought it was a Full Metal Jacket.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I thought it was a Full Metal Jacket thing, but man, I kicked ass, took names in boot camp, man, and it was rather easy for me. I think I had to thank my dad, Bert Taylor III. He really whipped me up into shape. So when I went to boot camp, man, it was easy day, and I graduated as a Master at Arms. A lot of life lessons in boot camp too. I found out that you have to, follow before you can lead, and that really taught me a lot too. To going on forth to even being here, sometimes you have to take a step back and you have to, how do you say? My teacher told me, my history teacher or political teacher told me, there's this box, right? And you have to know what's inside the box, and you have to know how it works inside this box before you start thinking outside the box. So
that's great. I love that. You have to kind of know the rules to break the rules. Even that, like, that's a music thing where they'll say, know the theory to be able to go outside of the rule book,
And so so when he said that to me, I was just like, wow, like that, whoosh, like, a slap across the face, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay, all right. So, the military just taught me so much. My first duty station, I graduated, went out to Sasebo, Japan. I was on the board, LSD 49, Harper's Ferry, Amphib, 7th Fleet, attached to the 31st MEU out of Okinawa, Japan. Boast mate. I had a great leader in Chief Ginto. Man, this guy Boats, man, he was the shit, man. Filipino guy, little dude, you never expect anything, but he was ready to rumble anytime he wanted to. So much respect. He knew his stuff, and so much respect for that man. He made me love the military. He made me love the Navy, and I'd go to war with that guy any day. So, but I did 4 years out there, man. It was 4 deployed, so I can honestly say we were out very much my whole 4 years. I say maybe 9 months out of the year. So I had a little bit of downtime in Japan. Didn't really learn the language, but when you look like me with curly hair and everything, light skin, so I didn't really have to work too hard in Japan. So but it was fun, man. It was I met a lot of people from different parts of the world, and they taught me a lot. I can name everybody, and they taught me, how to wrestle. all the Southern boys, you want to raffle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got my butt kicked by this guy named Kenyatta Howard, and I'm thinking we're gonna box, but he turned me into a pretzel, man. And ever since then, I was like, man, I need to learn how to wrestle. And there's just a lot of people in there that I became close, family, and I still talk today. And after that, I end up transferring or end up getting new orders to Norfolk, Virginia. And I have to say, Norfolk, Virginia was something where I would have to say it was tough. It was tough on me. It was my tough 2 years in Norfolk. I think it was more about political than anything, and that's something that as a young man, I would say that's very difficult if you're hard-headed.
Sure.
You have problems with authority. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
I finished there in Norfolk. I know I could have gone 20. I know I could have done it. It's just that I think once I got done with Norfolk, once I did the deployment out there, we did the Suez Canal, we did the pirate hunting out there, and I won't go too much detail we did out there, but we did a lot, and it just when it came down to it, it was like you're done. I've actually went around the world in 6 years. It took me 6 years to go completely around the world, from Japan, Sasebo, Japan, all the way to Brunei. Did a full circle, went to the Holy Land, and that in itself was a trip, for me. But just the camaraderie, the people, the places I got to see, the experiences, I can never forget. And I built my foundation on that, and it's the best single thing, other than my daughter, I would say second thing in my life that I'd do it again. I'd do it again, baby.
You know what? That was really enjoyable, man. Hearing about how your service went, because I mean, first off, number one thing, I think you could reach so many young kids, like in your situation where you were like, what am I going to turn to? Like, how do I better my position when everything kind of seems to be like, there's a lot of obstacles. How do I get out of this and become something that I know I can become? I think the military is a great way to take that first step to be like, you know what? I can have a steady job that's going to teach me so many life skills. I'm going to be able to travel and learn about the world like you did. Another huge thing, I know exactly what you're talking about, how when you get connected and serve with other people from around the country with a totally different background. A whole another world. I remember when the one episode when I was talking about veterans and the camaraderie, I was like, we're from the city, we're from the country, we're from the north, from the south, east, west. We come from everywhere, but then we come together as one, and we learn about each other's backgrounds and cultures and everything. And then it's even larger when we go across the world and learn these things at a world and international level. So it sounds like you kind of have a very cool, interesting story where it brought you out of a tough place and you just traveled. I mean, your career you were on the move constantly. So that's awesome, man. I mean, I think you really maximized your situation, and I think you can mentor a lot of young folks that are like, hey, I'm from an area where it's tough to get out of it. You're like, there are ways.
Yes, and you just got to take the leap. That's the hardest thing, I think. But it was kind of like the what do you call it? The Inquisidors. When they took over the Aztecs or the Mayans. Sorry for my history; it's a little laggy.
Oh, but, no worries.
What I meant is that burn the boats.
Right.
Burn the boats, baby. We ain't going back. Burn the boats, and that's what I did. I had no choice because I had nothing to go back to. I burned the boats. I burned my bridges. I burned my bridges where I had nowhere else to go. So, the whole ideal from a rock in a hard place, like that was my life. That was my life at a very early age, and it didn't have to be, but sometimes, and it has to be that, I'm stuck like that. And the only thing I can do is try to help younger folks try not to be like me. I was like, look, I'm stuck like this. I'm 34 years old. My experiences are through hard mistakes. Like right now, I can't knock that, but all I can do is try to help you make few mistakes. You're gonna make a mistake, but make fewer mistakes than I did. And listen, it took me till I was 33, 33, 32, to actually like listen, to generally shut up and listen, because
No
I was so stuck in my ways, so like me figuring out, didn't want to ask for help. Even after the military, I was just so gun ho, and I felt it was just black and white. Either you do or you don't, like Yoda, like you know what I mean? Like
Right.
either I was that's what it is. And these days it's different, and you have to understand your audience, and that's something that I've learned from my business partner, Jesse Gonzalez. He told me that we have to understand who our audience is, and then we have to cater to that audience. It's not saying that you're giving up on your beliefs. You're not
Sure.
giving up on your values. You have to deliver it in a different way. And one of the best things that I could tell you right now, for something that I'm kind of shocked that I didn't have in the military, was a mentor. And when I found my mentor in Jesse Gonzalez, well, let's just put it this way. Man, the world is my oyster now, because with my experience of going around the world and meeting people like you, Dan, and being in this environment where I'm helping others, and my experience in that, and then especially having a mentor to ground me, to build. Now I have the foundation, but to help me build, my castle, man, it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling, man. It's an awesome feeling. I think every kid coming up in the world needs that mentor. Military, you'll highly find one in the military, because everybody wants to be a mentor in the military, but you have to find the right one. But once you get that mentor, once you get that one person that fits your goals and your values, man, you're on it.
Yeah. Well said. And you know what? Thanks for bringing it up, Jesse, because when I met him as well, I thought you guys had a really good dynamic. You were a great team, and you just said it right there, where your background in the military and your experience, and then some of the things that he's bringing to the table. He seems like a very put together, refined individual, just a really good dude. Both of you guys, man, I was just really impressed when you guys came up, and I'm like, these are two guys that I not only feel like I could hang with all the time if we were in the same area, like,
Yeah.
And not only that, like, just I really like the energy you guys were bringing, and I was thinking these guys are going to do very well.
Very well.
So,
I mean, I have to say, Jesse, we met at a fit camp, right? He was doing his because he's a basketball trainer in San Antonio, man, Elevated Sports and Fitness. He's been doing this for 10 years, damn, 10 years. And he's been grinding. He's made his mistakes. He's a happily married man. Kids, and got his business. We got our nonprofit. The guy is just a freaking role model for everybody, man. Coming from San Antonio, born and raised, went to John Jay. I mean, the guy is just so much knowledge, man, and he's so cool about it. That's the one thing that's crazy.
I get that. He's definitely a cool customer.
It bugs the shit out of me sometimes, man. It's just like, man, why you gotta be so cool, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why you gotta be like, he just doesn't let anything fade him, and I'm learning from that too, because I'm just that we're opposites attract.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm that, let's get down and dirty, black and white, but he's teaching me how to, how the game is supposed to be played. And it's smooth, you know what I mean? Instead of being posted up, going hard in the paint, he's teaching me how to, well, you got to use your left hand, you got to use here, you got to back up, you got to fake, so it's just, I'm finessing. He's teaching me how to finesse. And he went a long way, man. He built this program that we collaborated on. He did it for 4 years at Laurel Ridge, and it was successful. He did it with younger adults. Get them off the pharmaceuticals. Being able to do a team activity together. You run it out of them, so they can be more receptive when they have counseling and everything. And that was something that intrigued me because uh, that's exactly what the military needs.
Yes, exactly. And you know what? You brought up a great point a few times now. I feel like we are in a world today that wants to put things in a box like black or white, where it's just boom, or it's this or this, where there's more dynamics to the world. There are grays in different shades, like all the situations that we're faced with. I mean, there are different variables that sometimes just don't fit in that left or right or black or white situation, and I think that as a society, if we can learn that more and apply that and just understand that, we'd be better off.
Yeah, and that's what I'm learning from Jesse. Jesse is, like I said, man, he's probably the, one of those things that changed my life. He put everything in perspective for me. He showed me that dynamic. He said, Bert, it don't have to be this one way. It don't have to be yes or no. Let me show you how to, how the box, what's in the box, how it works. So instead of just thinking outside the box, let me just show you how, what's out, what's the dynamics inside the box before we get out there. You know what I mean? Let's see every corner, let's check it out and see where you can grow. And that's what's great about him, man. Every time he touches somebody or gets to interact with somebody, he just changes him. And that's exactly what he did to me. He changed me into somebody that right now is director of EOV. That is, a better dad, a better person, better businessman, business-minded, being able to know my audience and help people become better versions of themselves. As much as he helped me become a better version of myself, because my actions are proving that it works.
And now you're in a position to pay it forward. So before we let's dive into a lot more with Elevate Our Veterans, with your organization, what you guys do on a daily, weekly basis. And before we do that, I wanted to say that producer Don's going to be very excited about all the Star Wars references that you've put in so far. Yeah,
I'm a geek, man.
Dude, I was gonna say anything, but I'm like, if he says it one more time, I was gonna come in and be like, "Yo, that's like the third Star Wars reference." Me and Bert can hang.
Man. I'm a geek, man. I'm an underground geek.
Go ahead, Don. Talk some Star Wars with Bert.
We're gonna have to kick Dan off the podcast and just make it a whole Star Wars podcast.
I know. Oh, we could talk about it all day, man.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I'm loving all of it. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. So, why don't we go ahead and tell the people about Elevate Our Veterans and what you guys have going on?
Well, man, we opened up October 1st, 2019. We got a 2,300 square foot facility with a lounge, bathroom, 2 offices, a reception desk, and a gym. So in the back, it gave us a little bit of room to do small classes, maybe possibly from 12 to 15 people. But it's just, safe environment. One of the questions that Jesse asked me when we were starting this up, he was just like, Bert, when were you in the best shape of your life? And I was like, while I was in the military. Boom. And he's like, what did you do? I was like, man, we worked out a lot. And he's all like individually. I was like, no, we group, we go out there, we exercise. And he's all like, and you got more benefits out of that, right? I was like, yes, it was a lot better than what I would have done by myself. And he was just like, that's what we have to bring. And when he told me that, I was like, I understand CrossFit and Krav Maga and some of these other organizations, but I was mostly thinking about military. Like when he told me about Laurel Ridge, and I was like, you know what? That's something that the military needs. I was like, counseling is just one-on-one, 30 minutes, once a month. I'm telling you right now, we're talking more than 30 minutes, and we're not even done yet. So I can't imagine you talking to somebody for 30 minutes and getting all whatever you needed to get out in that month, in that 30 minutes. So when I told him that, he was like, "Oh, no, 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 no. We got to make sure that when we do this, we got to do it once a week for an hour." And I was like, "Man, that's what I'm talking about." And he's like, "We got to make it a group." Because when I told him that I got more out of group sessions than I did individual sessions, is because the group sessions, I didn't feel like something was wrong with me. I didn't feel like I was being singled out. I felt that I was in a room with my peers. I was in a room with people that had the same, you know, disorders as I did, or not disorders, but just challenges that I had. You know, because when we get around military, we all talk. We all got kids. We either married or we're dealing with some, you know, substance abuse, PTSD, depression, anxiety. You know, we laugh about it and everything like that, but we genuinely care about each other and we want to help each other. So when we get in a group and we have a counselor that facilitates and makes sure we stay on task, we can get so much done with each other, you know, than what we would have done individually. Because sometimes these, you know, not knocking them, but sometimes they don't know our lingo. They don't know our language. You know, they don't like cussing. Right. They don't like certain things. So it's like, this is just, you know, this is X-rated. We can be ourselves. We can just, you know, understand each other. Like, hey, man, I'm having problems with my kid, man. You have any suggestions? Like, you know, I'm not used to being there every day. You know, somebody transitioning out of the military, you know, being able to have to get a 9-to-5, pay bills, see the wife every day, see the kids every day. Like, you know, a lot of people be like, oh, that's what you want. But when you get it, it's like, man, this is a lot.
It's a shock to the system, right?
It's a culture shock. You know, it's a culture shock. So it's just like, and then going to work with jobs and people, you know, that you should be running the show, but you got to listen to people that are just, how'd you get this job? How'd you get promotion? Like what? Like you're the manager? Like, oh man, like, you know. So it's just culture shock here, man, and it feels like we all have to start all over again. So whatever rank we were when we got out, nah, man, you ain't that rank when you get out in the real world. You're at the bottom again, unless you get lucky and you get a job where, you know, GS 7 or, you know, you make it 50 grand a year. Then okay, you got lucky. But other than that, man, you starting from the bottom.
E1, right? E1.
Yeah, E1. And a lot of us right now, we all didn't like E1, depending on what branch you had, you know?
Yeah.
So that was something that we definitely wanted to do. And it's just so much benefit. You know, the physical fitness program and working in groups, you know, it sits with the brain produce natural, you know, the brain produces natural chemicals, right? Dopamine, you know, BDNFs, and you know, and it just we naturally, all these pharmaceuticals that they're giving us, we naturally produce. We just, you know, during workouts, during a walk, during a physical activity, group activity, we produce these things that help the brain, and we be more receptive to counseling. That's the thing. We want us to be more receptive. We're feeling good. Like after a hard day's work, you're frustrated. You want to hit EOV before you go home. It's free. You know, no charge. Just come get this smoke. And once you get done with a 30, maybe 60-minute workout, you go home and be like, okay, I got that out. Let me finish the rest of the tasks I have for today, and let me finish this day out. And that's what I think. This is what it's all about. We want to make sure that our transition military or active military have a place to go to degress, to do homework, to chill, play video games, play board games, to have a conversation, to get that counseling, to work out when they want to work out, and then just have a little home for them. You know, I know everybody likes to go to Gold's Gym. You know, it's not too bad. Everybody likes to go, you know, do their thing, but to go home, and work out with your brothers and sisters that get you, and then it's fun because it's a challenge. You know, we all talk shit to each other.
Oh yeah, Navy, tons of competition.
You know, Navy, Army, you know what I mean, Air Force. You know, we all like, you know, we all competition. You know, we all call our PFTs shit. Like, y'all, your shit's pussy, whatever. But my thing is just like, that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it energetic. That's what makes it what I envision being home, your peace. That's what I want. I want to be able to make an environment to where it's your peace. And I believe elevate our veterans and what we're doing as far as the group counseling, the mental aspect of it is 80% of what we do. 80%, because the mental part, because you need the mental to do everything else. You got to make the body move. You got to make the body want. And the 20% will kick your butt, but then you'll feel so much better after you get the whole 100% of EOV. And it's just, I'm telling you, I'm a member. I do it. You know, I go in there every day, work out, you know, participate, root everybody, yell at everybody. And you know what? We get great responses from people. People that want to be pushed, people that don't want that candy coated, it's okay, you'll be all right. I mean, because I'm disabled too. You know, I'm a disabled veteran. I got partial knee replacements and stuff like that, man. Like, it's no excuse. You got to do what you got to do, man.
Got to get on that grind, right?
Yeah, if I can't run, well, I'm gonna crawl.
Yeah.
If I can't squat, then I'll figure it out. I'm gonna have a big old upper body. But my thing is this: there's no excuse. Come, we'll be there, and just the camaraderie, man, just that vibe, you know. Like, I miss everybody. I do. I miss it. I miss the camaraderie. I miss us sitting down in the berthings and talking about stuff and joking around and just being able to have that back in the civilian world. You know, we took the USO environment, we brung it outside to the civilian world. We took the counseling environment and we took it out and put it in the civilian world. We took out the workout environment and we took it out and put it in the civilian world. And that's something, honestly, that the military needs. We need either you get us I know they probably give us a disability, give us a gym membership, but we need a place of our own. We need to be able, like, here, you know, I'm gaining weight, I'm not happy, I'm depressed. Okay, let's try this program. It's called EOV. Go out there, talk to Coach, you know, either Coach Taylor or Coach Jesse, you know, whoever we have on staff, and we'll get you on a plan. You know, they'll get you on a nutrition plan. The veterans, Adi Murphy's good at that. Frank Tejeda's good at that. They'll get you on a nutrition plan, and then you have somewhere to go work out.
See, I like how all-encompassing you guys are. I mean, you're taking care of everything. Like you said, the mental is where you focus because that's where it all starts. You have the whole veteran vibe where we can speak the way we want to speak because, you know how it is in the military. Our lingo is pretty intense and awesome and creative. You know, a lot of people can't handle it. You know, it's ours. You know, and to be able to just have that where we understand each other. Then you guys you have the workout portion of it. Just seems like it's kind of like a one-stop shop in a lot of ways for mental and physical health and emotional health.
Yes, and it's big, and because it's me. It's I pretty much dissected myself.
Right.
You know, if anybody doesn't know, like if you're Jesse or any of my close, you know, my family, my friends, this program is me. This program is exactly me. The emotional part, the physical part, the mental part. It's you know, the camaraderie, being around family and friends, being around people that love you and support you, your dreams. Being able to go somewhere and be at peace. And this is me. This EOV is me. EOV is me and Jesse's baby. Because this is everything that the human body is. You know, it's emotional. It's you know, it's physical, it's spiritual. It's universal. And we have to take care of that. And we have to be in the right atmosphere and environment to progress that. And that's what EOV is.
See, and you know what's so vital is the people that push these organizations forward, like you and Jesse. You have to have that passion and that love for it. You have to want to get up every day and be like, you know what? I love what I do. And that's, I've heard similar things too, where friends have come up to me and say, you know, American Warrior is pretty much just sounds like stuff you'd be doing every day anyway. If, you know, you weren't working or whatever, you'd be doing all of these things and living this life anyway. And I'm like, yeah, well, we found a way to do it while helping our veteran family and then communities as a whole. Through, you know, and so that purpose and that passion helps drive it through, and people will see that, and it will resonate with people. They will recognize it as real and authentic, and they'll buy in, and people will benefit.
And we're even showing civilians too. Like we still cater to the community. We tell the community, like kids, as young as 9. We have elderly as old as 75. They all come out and they participate in the workouts and participate in the camaraderie that goes on. And we have competitions. Sometimes the workout's body weight, sometimes it's dumbbells. But we don't do anything that's so extraneous where you get too intimidated. We modify everything, and we make sure that everybody's safe. We make sure that everybody's lifting properly. I'm a certified trainer, so I got my certification. So we do this. We're legit on what we do. We care about how we want to our image and how we want to conduct business and conduct this program, and we want to make sure that everybody came in unharmed and goes out unharmed. You know what I mean? Maybe sweat and wetty and, sore and everything like that, and kind of angry at yourself because you didn't finish that last push-up. But, that's what we bring to the table. And it's so good because the kids get active in it. And, you see the moms and you see the cousins, the uncles, the grandparents and everything get in there, and all the military vets. And it's just one big happy family, and we take a picture at the end.
Nice.
Because we accomplished something, and I tell them at the end of the thing, if you didn't accomplish anything today, you accomplished something right here. You finished it. You didn't quit. You didn't walk out that door. You stayed here. You finished the 30, 45, 60-minute workout, and you busted your ass. So keep rolling that on. Yeah, keep rolling it on. Add to it. Now do it the next day. Now do it the day after that. Keep going until it's making a routine. And how many days does it take to get to a routine? 21. How many days does it make to be a habit? 90. Yeah, it might sound wrong, but hey, that stuff goes fast. And after 90 days, guess what? You got a routine, and you're feeling better, and you're feeling stronger, and you're confident. And then when you go into those counseling sessions, you can be more receptive on getting the information that you need to helping you become the better version of yourself, to make sure that you go home, either him or her, go home to their families and just give it all they got, because family, you got to give 110% to family,
For sure. Definitely. And it's a vital part of our veteran community and family is the civilian population who they want to serve the veteran community. They want to come in and put time in and volunteer and learn about what we do. And that goes from people that just volunteer at shows. And I mean, even a guy like Don here, producing this show with us and giving his all to get this out. I mean, it's so vital for the civilian community to become a part of our veteran causes. I mean, they're a huge part of that, the numbers that they bring in.
We appreciate you, Don. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's my pleasure. Sure, I get to give Dan shit on a daily basis, so it's more than worth it.
That's why he does
it. That's what I get out of it.
Yeah,
that's exactly why I do it.
He gets his paycheck out of the day.
Oh yeah, you can't give this asshole a comment because he'll just come in and just run with it. A compliment. I meant to say, yeah.
Our fans who've been listening to the podcast over the last few weeks know about the running joke that we have on this show that I'm secretly taking over to rename this Native American Warrior Fest.
Oh yeah, tell them that background, Don. Because
every episode, it's just little by little, I'm chipping away at it because I'm Native American, so I'm part Native American and Mexican, so. I tell Dan that my whole plot is just secretly to undermine him and then eventually take over and rename the whole thing Native American Warrior Fest.
Reverse history.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I have the passcodes. I have the passcodes to everything. I got all the passcodes to everything. I'm getting all the accounts. It's just a matter of time. See.
Yeah. Don't take no gifts. Don't take no blankets or anything like that, man.
No, man. I'm telling you what.
Exactly.
Oh man, so funny, but yeah, that sounds great, Bert. I love everything you guys are doing.
Oh wait, Dan. Before you continue, you should tell him your Native American name.
Oh no, we're gonna we'll have to do that off the air. We have to tell that story off the air.
That'll be for our patrons. That'll be the bonus content for the patrons.
Oh yeah, Bert. We have a great
Stay
thing.
tuned for that.
Yeah, we have a great thing we do after we end the regular segment. We started doing some like behind the scenes stories for our patrons that subscribe and give monthly contributions. We asked the guests to stay on and tell like any story they want. That's we usually push the level on those stories. Like man. So we'll have some fun with something. We'll figure something out after this segment. But
okay.
So let's tell people what's in store with the immediate future with Elevate Our Veterans and how to find you guys, and we'll kind of close it up with making sure people know how to get a hold of you. And Don will also provide links and different information for people to find you guys online through our links.
Right now it's just we're doing all we can, especially with me and Jesse, having our own jobs. As far as social media, Facebook, we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, just elevate our underscore veterans. So on Instagram, as far as, I think we're on Yelp and Google, when you search us up and everything with the address and everything. So we did that. We're 410 in Bandera. We're right in the middle of smack dab in San Antonio. I feel Bexar County by Leon Valley, behind the HEB. If you're from San Antonio, you'll know 410 in Bandera, behind the HEB Marketplace. We're just central San Antonio. We always send out things on Facebook. We'll tag Instagram. We put out flyers to all military, the recruiting offices on Ingram. We put out some flyers there. We've gone to one of your, I think one of the shows, set up a table and everything like that. I think we were at a pub. I forget. Pub.
The Fitzgerald's music venue.
Pub.
Yep.
So it just due to the coronavirus, I had 7 events planned before the coronavirus came out. So that hurt us a little bit, but in a way, it didn't really. It just made us where, we're showing people that, hey, we know that the COVID is out there, and we want to be safe, and for us to be up and running, and us to have the people that support us. Like we still have people coming. I had a class this Saturday, and I had like 10 people. You know what I mean? So they wanted to get the workout. So, we obviously, 6 feet apart, wear masks and everything. We disinfect, and if they choose to be. Here in Texas, it's a little different. If you're in a group activity, you don't have to wear your mask. But we do temperatures and everything. We ask them to sign a waiver and a COVID paper, make sure they haven't been around anybody or been out of the country for 14 days. So we have disinfect the gym every once a week, like max clean and everything like that. So we have everything in hand. So it just makes sure that everything's safe. But as far as letting everybody know where we are, we try to do everything by word of mouth for right now. Telling everybody how we treat people, how the environment is. We seem to get more and more people as people are starting to like the workouts and starting to come and like, this is great. You should come try this. It doesn't cost anything. They're just doing it to do it. You know what I mean? Like, well, not doing it to do it, but just a lot of them feel like we're, they don't get it. They're like, you don't make any money? I'm like, no.
Right. They're probably like, it's so foreign. And
they're like, what? You don't make money? You don't like, no, we don't make any money. This is, I work to pay for this because this is what we want. We have our paperwork in, we have our 501c and everything like that. And, we understand with COVID, that funds and everything definitely needs to go to the hospitals and the unwell, that they need that. But as far as with us and everything, man, we're going to keep rocking and rolling. And if anybody wants to come and visit us and anybody just wants to sit and talk or work out, just look us up, Elevate, on our website. contact us. Our info is on the website. Our phone numbers, personal phone numbers for right now, and we're just real open, man. It's more word of mouth, and I try to do my best on the social platforms. There's so much stuff you can do on social media. I'm finding out.
Oh yeah, it's never ending, man. It
Dude,
really
you're dealing with two guys here that social media is not something that we thought we'd ever have to be good at.
Yeah,
our actions spoke for our words, and we would just do it. But you find out there's a different type of game to this. So I'm learning as the time's go on. This is coming up on my year, but as far as we are, 5407 Bandera Road, Suite 105, San Antonio, Texas 7838. We are 78238. Just come and check us out, man. We come and get this smoke.
there you go.
That's my slogan, man. Come and get this smoke, man. That's
I like it.
It's a smoke session. You know what I mean? We're gonna be making brisket and everything, ham hocks and stuff. People gonna be sweating.
Man, I'm telling you. And you know what, Bert? We just found out that unfortunately we're gonna have to American Warrior. We talked to the venues in Texas, in San Antonio and Austin, and they're still closed right now. And our dates were September 25th in Austin and September 26th in San Antonio. Yeah. It looks like we're going to have to aim for 2021 for the next American Warrior in your area. But you know what? I think I'm going to plan to, sometime in the near future, take a visit down to Texas and take some meetings with you guys and just get down there with all the great people that we work with in Texas. So we're going to try to get down there to kind of network and get some action in until the 2021 shows come in. So we were hoping to see you guys sooner than later, but unfortunately,
we were hoping too. We were really we really thought before COVID hit, man, we definitely thought this was going to be our last thought of something. Like it was in the fall. We understand, after Thanksgiving, people don't care about going to the
gym till January 1, right?
Yeah, right. And then but soon as spring hit it up and everybody was starting to come in, I was just like, oh yeah, it's game on. We're gonna reach out. We had this Warriors call in Helotes. I'm April Neal. She invited us out there to make a little workout and everything like that. And just to build the community and everything. It was, nonprofit. So that was cool. That was something we were going to bring the Concept 2 rower out there, and you got to row 2,000 meters in 7 minutes. So that was going to be our competition. So it's just, we had the parade, Veterans Day and everything like that. We had a lot of things going on, and it just, it's unfortunate, but I believe this is it's a setup for a come up. You know what I mean?
Right. Adapt and overcome, man.
Yeah, adapt and overcome, man. And we're just blessed that we have our center open. We're blessed that Texas opened up enough where we can have our center open. Thank you to the landlord and to working with us and everything like that. That was really cool, man. They didn't have to do that, but they did. And, Bobby and the landlord and everything like that, they helped us out really by giving us just that opportunity to run our business and our organizations, and just to be able to open our doors and have no hassle, no slack. So I appreciate them, and there's so many people to thank, man. They're just on All Day Productions, Daniel, he does the videos and everything for us and stuff like that, or little highlight videos and stuff. So he started out from there. Our trainers, people that come on their own time to help out with us, Belle, Larissa, Tiffany, who else am I thinking? Sonia was a big part of it, Sonia. And we're just so happy that we have a community that believes and have the same values that we have, and understands that we want to take this as big as we can, and it's a journey.
That's great, man, and we're all behind you here, and we appreciate your work, and we're excited to see the future unfold for you guys, and we'll be here in any way, shape, or form to assist in any way that we can. We really enjoy having you guys as veteran family and partners with what we have going on. So yeah, man, I just want to thank you, Bert, for taking your time to come on here and hang out with us tonight, and it's been a great time, man. Thank you.
Oh, hey, thank you, man, for having me. Hey, I appreciate you guys. I love what y'all do. The show is fantastic. Man, like, this is gonna hit too, man. It's gonna be a big show, man. And just like I say, me and Jesse from Elevate Our Veterans, man, we really appreciate the love and support, and God bless you guys, and it, towards your bright future. And hey, if you guys need us for anything, man, just holler at us.
Awesome. Thank you, Bert. And please pass, give our best to Jesse, and we'll definitely be in touch, man. And so everyone, this is, our good friend, Bert Taylor, and definitely check him out with his Elevate Our Veterans. And
Yep.
We look forward to the next time we get to do our thing in our next event, Bert.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Come get this smoke.
Yeah, come get the smoke. I love it. All right. Okay, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Thanks. The American Warrior Festival podcast, brought to you by Oliver's Candies, the creator of the American Warrior Festival candy bar. Oliver's Candies is proud to offer you the largest selection of award-winning chocolates made in Western New York. Visit them online at oliverscandies.com. Coming up, we have Invictra with Wretch of Deceit.
Disease, and there's the lust of hunting
What's going on, everybody? If you guys are enjoying the American Warrior Festival podcast and would like to show your support, check out some of the cool products we have down below, like the American Warrior Festival chocolates made by Oliver's Candies, or the American Warrior Festival coffee made by Evening Star and packaged by Oliver's Coffee. If you guys want to see any of those products, all you got to do is go to the link below. It takes you right to our website, online store, and you can choose from either our chocolates or our coffee. They have several different flavors for you guys. Or hey, how about choosing both, man? Nothing goes better than some chocolate and some coffee in the morning, man. Get your day started right with the American Warrior Festival products. Again, just follow the link below. It'll take you right to where you need to be, and it'll help support this channel, this podcast, and everything we do to help bring you guys the very best. Thank you for all your support. We're out of here, guys. Have a great day.
Here is Shannon Book with Not Alone.
He sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He thinks his life is over, he can't understand. A bottle of whiskey and some pills in the drawer. He doesn't wanna hurt himself or hurt anymore. Why must it be this way? Just think it all over and listen to the words I say. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, brother, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. She picks up the clothes that fall loose on the floor. She finds a crumpled letter just behind the door. Begins to read it with tears in her eyes. A horrible feeling takes over inside. Says, honey, can I talk to you? There has to be something that we can do. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, baby, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. Ooh, you're not alone. 'Cause you are not alone. There are millions of people who fight with their demons each day. Yeah. And you are not alone. So take my hand, son, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He puts it away, 'cause now he understands.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude episode 7 of the American Warrior Festival podcast. As always, we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Take care. The American Warrior Festival podcast is brought to you by the Red Osier Landmark Restaurant, Oliver's Candies, Smokin' Eagle Barbecue and Brew, The Firing Pin, Orcon Industries, Ken Barrett Chevrolet Cadillac, TF Browns, One LLP, Batavia Legal Printing, Gun Track App, and AmeriHome Healthcare.